Thank you for coming out today to celebrate Christy and Vincent. I mean Christy and Nick. When you were born, I was just so happy to be your dad. So I decided to tune you and your sister into athletes. I coached you in soccer, basketball, and softball. By far, softball is where you excelled. So at 7 years old, I had you taking batting practice at Bear Mountain in a snowstorm, tucked in by the carousel, or teaching you how to slide at the park. You sprained your ankle on the first try, and I made you do 10 more anyway. I've always admired how driven and fearless you are, not only in sports, but in life. And nothing makes me prouder than to just be your dad. I love you more. So most of you know that Christy and Nick met when they attended Castleton University in Vermont. Nick played baseball at Castleton, and Christy played softball and volleyball. So Nick, I first met you after one of your baseball games. You had come over to watch Christy, who was also playing at home that day. Walked up, shook my hand, looked me in the eyes, shook my hand with a firm grip, said, "Hi, I'm Nick, it's nice to finally meet you." But I said to myself, damn, I can't let this guy know that I like him already. Oh my God, you look beautiful.
Be careful with the hair.
You look so gorgeous.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry.
Well, I am.
So I pretended not to like Nick for a little while. It didn't last very long. I mean, how do you not like this guy? Once you're around him for a few minutes, you can't help but love the guy. And besides, he played baseball, and he won 4 college conference championships. What the hell else could you ask for? But seriously, I knew from the first time I saw you two together that it was only a matter of time. I knew you two were meant for each other. And let me take a breath before I start crying. Nick, you're a good man. You earned my respect. I've seen your work ethic, I've seen how you are with kids, and I see how you treat Christy. And I know she's in good hands. I love you, buddy. Can everyone please raise their glasses for a toast to Christy and Nick, to 2 people that were so meant for each other. I'm so happy for that little college with the big heart that brought you 2 together. I love you guys.
Nicholas and Christy, as you know, you're about to enter into a union which is most sacred and indeed most serious. Realize you'll be saying less I and me and refer to situations now in terms of we and us. You belong entirely to each other. You'll be one in heart, one in mind, and one in affection. Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, it's the little things that are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It's a common search for that which is good and that which is beautiful.
Love is patient, love is kind. It is not jealous, it is not pompous, it is not inflated, it is not rude, it does not rejoice over wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails.
Down the street, us really what? We make the shit rock.
I love you like a brother, and I'm honored to be here for you today. Now, I was lucky to actually be there the night that Christy and Nick officially met. Yes, sir. To Christy, you compliment Nick in the best way possible. You have this whole wedding reception planned out in 15-minute intervals. And Nick hasn't planned a single thing in his life. Not a damn thing. Being there from the beginning to see how far you two have grown is special, and I can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Cheers to Nick and Christy.
Sis, you are marrying a good soul. He's funny and trustworthy, and most importantly, he grounds you and slows you down when you need it most. Nick, you are marrying a giver and a doer. If you can count on one person to get shit done, it's your new wife. May your love continue to grow stronger with each passing day, and you may never forget the way you feel in this moment.